My name is James. This is my channel, Bigger Words. And tonight we're going to stream Last Action Hero and Cliffhanger, which are both... There's something. So, yeah, that's going to be really fun. Shout out to everyone who is already here. And I'm going to just get straight to it. My sorry ass has to get back to work after this. So I am not saying I'm going to rush this or something, but I definitely cannot linger. So hold on, where's the... But hi everybody. Thank you for being here. We're gonna... Oh, yeah. These are both, I believe, 1993 games. Yep. Oh boy, let's have one with Last Action Hero. This one might not hang in there. We might have to clean this one again. Come back to it. These are both super late entries and pretty terrible. But I have to say, I've never played this one ever. Whoa, I got real blurry. What happened there? Man, well, all of a sudden, look at that. Look how blurry I am. Hold on one sec. Let me try my camera again. Weird. I got so excited that it blurred itself like a crazy camera. I have to flip this up so I'm not looking right at my junk. I did like an interview thing yesterday with my friend JJ McCullough, who has a YouTube channel, and so I had to rearrange everything in here in order to do it, and I think something happened here, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, both released in 1993, both Sony ImageSoft, which I didn't realize. I don't know if they're the same developers, but they are the same publisher. I've talked about Cliffhanger a lot. It is fucking awful. It is one of the worst games out there. I'm gonna struggle with it, and I actually meant to look up some stuff about it because I can't remember. There's like really bad controls. I can't remember how to do some of the stuff, so I might ask you guys to step in and help. But this game I've never played, so I actually don't know what to expect, so we're gonna just give it a shot. I'm sure it's gonna be terrible. I don't know why I chose these two games. Hold on. I don't know what's happening, y'all. I can see now. I bet you... I don't know what's going on. Everything's been working fine, so it'd be really funny if all of a sudden just my setup completely fucked up, but for some reason there, it zonked out of me. Let's just get to it before we lose all function that we have here. Boy, that is some terrible drawing. That is atrocious. What? All right, so a couple things. A and B are reversed. Never a good sign. I feel like that's something people are critical of the Angry Video Game Nerd because he often harps on that, but I agree with him. Once you establish that there's a jump and a punch button, there's no need to switch that. Just keep it simple. Boy, this is dog shit. As far as I can tell, there's no health. You can't kill these enemies up top. You just keep running over the same shitty backgrounds over and over and over again, like this is Rollerblade Racer. Look at this. I've been losing lives this whole time. I didn't realize. 1 and 2 and 3. 1. Hey, who's told you could pull out a gun? This is a punch fight, not a gunfight. Look at that artwork. God, that is awful. Awful. It's a really fun place to pause it. We get to observe this army of children staring straight at us. And duck and punch and duck and punch and duck and punch and duck and punch. I did not look up how to play this game beforehand or anything. I'm just winging it. Turns out my theory is correct. Whoa, that kind of looks like the kid. I'm out of focus and I missed the end. Yeah, tell me about it. That's how I feel. Okay, I've completely forgotten the plot of this stupid ass movie. Whoa. Yeah, this is pretty much what Hamlet's like. Oh, you gotta press up. Okay. Okay. It's not just that you press jump and punch to do a jump kick. You have to press up, jump, and kick. Or punch, whatever. You have to press 3 buttons to do that one move. That one. And it's because if you, oh my god, it's so shitty. If you press, let's see if I can get this to work without someone immediately attacking me. A game like this does not need infinite spawning. That's so unnecessary. You don't really need to be in one. Look at this guy behind me. He's never going to catch up to me. But it's like they won't even give you a second to like try out the moves. You just have to like stand there and fight them or run. Dog shit. That jump kick does not work. Also, that's Arnold? Nah, dude. He should be like 5 times bigger than everyone else on the screen. Looks like Jeff Goldblum. Woof! I really picked a couple of winners here. I was like, there's no way I'll play one of these games for 2 hours. But will I even play both of these games for 2 hours? These are all terrible. Oh my god. The range. Why won't... God, it's so bad. I love there's limited... It has all the classic tales of a terrible game. Limited continues, terrible hit detection, awful controls. Like, it's so hard to turn around once you're trying to hit someone. It seems like it'd be really easy, but it's actually quite difficult. Unnecessary movements, like the fact that you can do all these different moves. Like I can punch down when I duck, or you could punch forward. Like, can you? No, you only punch down. But you can also punch them and it only hits them once. So you have to punch forward to like send them flying. It doesn't really make any sense. And even then, like you saw there, it doesn't always land. Or there, both times. Oh, shit. I swear I didn't play these just to, like, have a bad experience or something. Like, I was kind of hoping they'd be a little funnier than this. This is just really bad. Also, these barrels cannot be jumped on. They look like they can be. Oh my God. Get me out of here. God. I regret everything about this decision. Wow. I'm sure 2 people worked on this game. The composer did Shadowrun. Huh, that's interesting. The Super Nintendo version, right? I have the Genesis. Maybe I have both. I don't know if I've ever played either of them. Maybe for like a little bit. But I think I remember feeling like, oh, this is complicated. I need some time to understand what's happening here, and time is something that is quite a luxury. Okay, there's no other weapons, I was just checking. I'm annoyed about so many things, but one of the things I'm really annoyed about is there's no health. Like there, that one thing, that's it. That's the only time in this entire game that they get any health. There are no points? Like, this is a game that should have points. As stupid as that is, it should have points to at least make something happening here. There's like nothing, there's no reason to fight anybody. So, you know, the good thing about points in a beat 'em up is that you can usually get extra lives or something. Like, that doesn't even exist here. So what's the point of it? Oh, I don't have my... Thank you. Damn it, where's my thing? Hold on. Keep my little speaker here. Thank you, Destroyer the Electronic Overlord. And yeah, I hope you appreciate it. No. There definitely was like a internet time where everybody was trying to play like the worst games and like just be the next AVGN. That's never been my intention with this channel, is like just to play bad games, just to play them, just to make fun of them. But, you know, I'll play plenty of bad games because they're obscure or whatever. So they're like worth discussing. Peter Pan and the Pirates or Funhouse or something. But I haven't found one of those in a while. I think I'm starting to get relatively close to the end of the unknown. Relatively close. I hope all of you will forgive me for saying that Wrath of the Black Manta was an NES game no one played. I knew going into that was a mistake, but I couldn't think of a better title. I've kind of limited myself in the way I've done titles. They're usually a category, you know, like hidden gems or PAL exclusives or something. And NES games no one played is definitely the best one because it sounds like I'm talking about obscure games, and they're often the most interesting videos, I think. So like, I hesitated. I was gonna call it like, oh boy. I was gonna call it like weekend rentals, which is a category I've used before, but I've noticed that those videos don't do very well. Even if the video game itself is interesting, it's like the title is not compelling. So I might change it later to rentals, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll let it ride for a little bit. This actually has not happened a lot when I've been streaming. Hey, look at where the game is glitched out. I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, I was very used to the idea of playing games that way. So many times that would happen, and it's like, what am I gonna do? Stop playing? I'm like at level 6 in Mario 3. Like, I'm not gonna stop. This is so bad. Thank you to, hold on, 3Cat Day for donating all those memberships. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to press continue. Fuck. I was too busy reading this shit. Thank you. That's awesome. More people for me to add to the beginning credits. Yeah, I hope you guys liked the video this week. It was, I can't remember. I think I had to talk about that game for that video I made about boss fights. So I was talking about Tiny, the weird boss from the very beginning. And as a result, I was like, you know, I'm just going to play this all the way through. And just like get the footage, because I'm going to get, you know, when you're talking about a game, even if you're only talking about the boss, you kind of want to talk about the whole game so you can kind of give some frame of reference for what the game is about. You can't just show like the first level. So I think just to talk about Tiny, I ended up talking about the entire game, which is like, ends up being a video. Same thing with like Panic Restaurant. That's for another video. Like, I'll probably do Bonk's Adventure either next or soon. And it's because it's for a different video. So like, sometimes that's just how it goes, is it's like, I needed that footage for something, and then I was like, well, I might as well do a review while I'm doing it. Because like, what the hell else am I going to do with this footage? Yeah. And 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. If I die right here, I suck. All right. Damn it. Bonk does rule, and so does Panic Restaurant. Neither of them are very hard, but they're both pretty cool looking. Some interesting ideas. Ultimately kind of flat for what they could be. Especially both of them. I mean, I think both of them have so much promise and could be like the great missing action platformer, but they're both like just fine. They look amazing, but they're, as far as the gameplay, they're no Kickmaster. They're no Zen the Intergalactic Ninja or something where it's like a bunch of different gameplay styles or something. They're pretty straightforward compared to like a Castlevania or something. Bound to happen. Will I get past this level? Probably not. Yeah, I've been working a new job, which is cool, but I just have so much to do with like my family and doctor's appointments and shit that it's like I've been kind of used to the job I was working where it's like just hourly. So if I had to leave early or whatever, all I was losing was money. It sucked, but like all I was losing was money. But this is a job I'm actually doing more remotely, and I've committed to a certain amount of hours. So like, I can't just be like, cool, I'm only gonna work 10 hours this week because I had, you know, my stepmom's sick, so she can't pick up the kids. So now I have to go get them. It's like, I have to make it up when I can. So I was like, I picked them up, and then I was like working on my computer while they watched K-pop Demon Hunters for the millionth time. And then after this is over, I'm gonna have to work for not long, maybe like a half hour or an hour or something, just so I don't have to work through the weekend. It sucks. It's like, it really made me realize today how like untenable my like childcare is at times. Like when it's working, it's fine, and when it's not, it's like I'm totally screwed. A regular job would have fired me for like just missing so much time for how much I had to do for my kids, and like and sometimes for I had to beat somebody. Did I have to beat this guy? I didn't think so. I thought I just went upstairs. I guess I do. And some of that's chilling out, but like some of it is not. It's definitely just, it's just a lot. At least it's not construction. It is, but it's not the physical part of construction. I am working for a construction company, but I am not actually doing the construction for this one. Not even really doing the building. I'm like managing the projects. Working on it at least. I've only been there for, this will be my almost a month, so I'm still kind of getting oriented. And I like construction to a degree. Like, I'd like to do both. And that's kind of what I've been doing is I've kind of set up shop at the construction site and like set up an office there. So then I'll like kind of work one and then do the other. So then I can kind of get out of the office chair and like do some physical labor and then like go back and kind of get some stuff done, eat my lunch and shit. You know, it's actually a pretty good balance. It's really the external factors that have been hard. Trying to balance my family stuff with what is this should be the same amount of hours, but is really a regular amount of hours that are often interfered with by family obligations. So this time I can't really get out of them. Look at how close, like that's what I mean. That's really hard to explain. I'm trying to punch that dude and he's just slightly outside of my range to hit him. You can't like edge closer. It seems like you'd be able to, but you don't. You end up just punching in place. It kind of like locks you down. You don't realize it at first, but it does. It locks you in place when you start punching. So you can't like just keep moving. You have to like let go and start running and get some momentum before you can actually go somewhere. This is pretty hard. I couldn't tell you how to actually hit these guys and not take damage. Thanks, Chef. I will not unalive myself. Not root beer, no. Drinking beer today. Yeah, I only drink root beer at night when I'm either streaming or working on videos. It's the only time. One a day is more than I should be drinking, but it's plenty. It's plenty. Beer, I just felt like it. Today was a stressful day, and I just did not. I don't know. I hate to use alcohol. Like I feel stressed, so I'm gonna drink. Like that's not really the case. But I definitely, when I thought about coming down, I was like, I'm probably gonna drink a beer and just relax. These games require zero focus. It does not matter if I am good or bad at them. The result will be the same. Like this, I actually am very much trying, and I'm still fucking up. Like it is kind of that hard. Let's try kicking. Maybe that's more successful. It's not, but it should be. You kick by pressing up in A, not just up, which would make too much sense. Oh, that's draining my life too? Yeah, oh well. Too late. Alcohol is something I want to enjoy and not used to cope. Yeah, and that's, I feel like years ago I would have said that like I would have found any reason to really drink alcohol. You know, I'm tired, I'm stressed out, I'm like physically tired, whatever it may be. Something fucked up's happening, whatever it is. I've realized that like that urge that I used to have, like I'm working, you know, construction during the summer and I get off work and it's like, damn, I could really go for a beer. It usually dissipates by the time I get home. What I think is going to be like refreshing and like relaxing is often gone once like I put the kids to bed. I just don't feel the same way anymore. I just am not like focused on whatever that urge was that was there. And even streaming, like sometimes I will be drinking and sometimes I don't. Like it really just depends on my mood. I don't feel like I'm automatically like, can't wait to have a couple beers and shoot the shit with my YouTube friends. It's like a root beer is often plenty. Just playing the game is fun enough. Oh, kick. Yeah, the kick takes 2 hits. It might actually be more effective. Yeah, it takes 2 hits, but it has a better range. So the punch is more effective, but harder to hit them. So yeah, I think I actually do need to be kicking more. I'm gonna make my rant as always. whenever I think about this, but Turtles 2 is way overrated. Turtles 3 is the way. Turtles 3 is one move. Sorry, Turtles 2 is one move. It's the like kind of jump slash. That's all you press in that game for an hour of beating people up. Turtles 3 has so many more options, and all of them are effective for different reasons. It makes the game so much more fun. The same with something like Mighty Final Fight, where just having like a versatile arsenal of moves makes it feel like you're like kind of actually playing something. Come on, die before. Oh, I was so close. That one guy behind me got me. Damn it. Yeah. James rant coming, yeah. I should talk to Elusis. I was watching Brent Weinbach, who's like my favorite comedian and is a big video game guy. And he has a like stream that he does with his sister that is, I don't really watch it. It's not bad or anything. It's just like, I don't usually have time to watch a lot of streaming. But I watched a little bit of it, and whoever was moderating was able to showcase like what they thought were the best comments. And I thought that was kind of funny. Like, he also has a better way of like showing the like donations than I do. I need to like really get better about that. But I like that, where it's just like, this is like an interesting comment and just, randomly sharing it. And I think that would take like a moderator actively doing something like that. It's kind of beyond my knowledge. It's like the world's worst kung fu clone. Mixed with, have you guys ever played Prince Valiant? I've made a review about it. It's actually a lot better. It's way better than this game, but it's a lot better than you think it would be. But it was only released in PAL regions. And it kind of has like multiple gameplay modes. There's like a first-person shooter and like a cannon mini-game thing. It's pretty fun. Very hard, but pretty fun. Oh, brave Sir Robin. Running away. Watch this guy slowly catch up. All right, now that we're in Kick Town, I feel like we're actually making some progress. Damn, that fool stopped and hit me in midair. Okay. I need like one of them to disappear. Yeah, okay, there we go. Stop spawning. And one, and two, and one, and two, and one, and two. Please walk straight and to my kick. Don't bother trying to stab my foot. I will just kick you in the face. Kick you in the face, kick you in the face. Oh, that wasn't the end. Shit. There's no way. I was doing pretty well there. One and two and one and two and one and two and one and two and one and two. This game is fucking awful. Slater hurls the body Polonius to the window. Whoa, shit! I'm not controlling this at all. Okay, that's actually quite hard. All right, we got this. We're gonna get at least past that level. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna punch the air like this. Are you guys talking about Turtles 3? Turtles 3 is 1,000 times better than 2. That's not a debate. I will fight you about that. In my humble opinion, as a professional gamer, Turtles 3 is way better. 1,000 times better. For so many reasons. I talk about it a lot. but I really believe it is the best beat 'em up on the system. It is one of the best beat 'em ups of all time. I actually prefer it over Turtles in Time. I think if Mighty Final Fight was 2-player, and I know there's like a 2-player version of it that people have made, but that doesn't really work with how the fights are set up. If Mighty Final Fight was 2-player, that would be an even better beat 'em up, but it's not. Okay, it's actually easier to just punch him. I think all of the Mega Mans except for 1 are pretty great. I don't really have a preference. I like 2 and 4 the best, but I think all of them are pretty fun. I saw that post. I didn't realize you commented on it. That's awesome. We'll see if it says anything. Yeah, I love Reddit. I always check it, and I've found that if I find a post and there's already like multiple comments, I don't bother to post. So like I would have definitely contributed to that and put Dr. Chaos and whatever else, Rolling Thunder obviously, but Codename Viper, that kind of stuff. But there was already like 200 comments or something on the post. I don't know, something very high enough that I was like, I'm not gonna. That's too much for me to like scroll through this and see if people already talked about it, and then like I like to get in early on those kind of things if I can. But I don't know if I'm quite on there enough to get early on threads. Shit, I'm not doing very well. Oh, brave Sir Robin. No way. I'm done for here. Well, I thought it would give me an alert about your comment here at 3Cat Day, so hold on one second. Uh, 3Cat Day donated $5. Thank you. Said there was a Reddit post about the games with too many doors. I pointed them to your channel because that video is coming. Yeah, if you haven't heard, I did make a joke about it in my most recent video, and I've talked about it a lot on the channel and stream. Just about games with way too many doors. And I mean, this would kind of qualify, but that's not really the point. It really is something like Dr. Chaos, where the whole point of the game is opening doors. That's all you fucking do. So Goonies, while it does definitely fit the mode, I mean, you could do a lot more in the stages between opening doors, whereas in Dr. Chaos, you do very little. You mostly look around and find stuff. And then there's like little run-around sections that last nothing. Codename Viper and Rolling Thunder, though, yeah, way too many doors. But that's also like the point of those games. Whereas like in Dr. Chaos, it just feels like they're padding the experience by making you trudge through all that shit. It's very they're more like bonuses for Rolling Thunder or Codename Viper. If you want to get extra points or save the women, then you gotta open some doors. Ah. Go. Uh-oh. This guy's got me back to the corner. My kick wasn't working there. He had me in kind of like a weird spot where he could actually hit me, which is a bummer. I was actually having a pretty good run there. This was still really bad, but I'm kind of getting the hang of it. As terrible as it is, which often happens when I stream kind of bad games on this channel, is I do kind of get the hang of it after a while. Yeah, I got this fool. Oh, good call. It is kind of Time Lordish. Yeah, Goonies meets Kung Fu. Yeah, that's also pretty accurate. Can you do a low leg sweep? No, he does this. It's like... It's like he's punching down. If someone was really low, he'd be giving them like a... It's such a weird... Look at what's being thrown at me right now. Oh, they're arrows. I see. And one, and two, and one, and two. Will I survive? I think so. Hurry up. I want to get past this. Yeah. Look at that sack of skeleton-free flesh. It was just like I knocked the bones right out of him, and he's just laying as this pile of discarded skin and maybe some organs. Whoa, look at that. Hey, what the fuck is that? Oh my God. That's supposed to be a car driving away. That is awful. Awful. Say you recently played Gargoyle for the Genesis. That's a really cool looking game, but I find it very frustrating. What genre of NES game would you make if you had skill to make such a thing? I'd either make a River City Ransom knockoff where there's like beat 'em up mechanics and whatever I could fit in, basically stealing everything from Mighty Final Fight, and then just adding a bunch of different locations and shit to like upgrade. Maybe a little more transparency about like once you buy an item, you'll have like an inventory so you can see what it does, because I often forget what the sushi does, for instance. But that would probably be it. Nah, probably not a run and gun for me. But yeah, probably something role-playing. My favorite genre are games that use role-playing elements in unconventional ways. You know, Kickmaster doesn't need to be a role-playing game, but it is in some ways. So is Zelda 2. So like, kind of integrating some aspects of it, but maintaining more of an action-based approach. That's kind of what I'm up for. But not something like a Metroidvania. That's not my thing. I'd rather design more straightforward levels than that. Hold on. It's going to show you the car again. Look. Time is real. He runs. Slater realizes that Danny and Whitney are in danger. He takes off with tires smoking. That's what that is. Tires smoking. That is hilarious. Damn, all these dudes shoot. And they take more hits. Up. Yeah, I think that's the answer to your question, Ari. Like, for me, a game like DuckTales is perfect. Like, it has like exploration, it has good platforming, and then like secrets and stuff. I find it like very relaxing to play, And I think I would want something like that, but like maybe a little more complex if it was a platformer. And otherwise, it would be like stealing everything from Turtles 3, Mighty Final Fight, and River City Ransom, and just making a like an even better role-playing game. Role-playing beat-em-up game. Whoa, sorry. There's a woman here. And as soon as I got near her, the guy stopped coming, so I'm gonna drink this beer for a second. Why is the goal always the top of the house? I don't know, it's a good question. Digitized photos are often done way better than that. Think about Batman the game. That actually looks like fucking Batman or the Joker. This looks like shit. Look, I didn't even have to pause. Milady. You, what are you doing here? Can I kick you sometime? Look, if I kick, it perfectly lines up in that space between her, her ankle and her knee. Isn't that crazy? Like the exact pixel. That's awesome. Is she gonna fight or what? Come on. Yeah. Slater runs from the house like a man with the mission. With the mission. Punch it, you moron. We have to make the freeway. Let's go. Okay. Oh, this game's still going. Wouldn't surprise me if somehow this is the last level. But I bet there's probably at least one more after this. Don't worry, Cliffhanger is so much worse than this. I guess we're gonna play Cliffhanger then. I don't know if I want to try and get all the way back there one more time. Yeah. K-pasta mommy. Yeah, that's definitely what I was talking about. I look like your friend Kevin from high school. He was highly autistic and became a school teacher. Oh, that's cool. That he became a school teacher, not that he's highly autistic. Which can have its benefits. I am not personally, but I don't think it's a disability. I think it can be, but I don't think it is. I guess let's play some Cliffhanger. Not really in a big hurry or anything. Could swap out this game. Maybe if it really blows, which it does, I really can't remember how to do the rope hang, which is pretty essential for this game. So let's see. If you've never played Cliffhanger, I've talked about it a lot, although it's actually been a while. But it was one of my first reviews, and I really enjoyed how stupid it was. And it was the first game I played that made me think that maybe they developed these for the Game Boy and the NES simultaneously. So I've made a few videos about that, of my theory. I am not playing on the EverDrive. No, sorry. My man Ari Carr did give me an EverDrive, but no, I'm playing. This is Last Action Hero, so the Cliffhanger is in there. I don't have any. I like if I was really having trouble getting a game to work. Sorry, even in the demo, he died at that part, and you'll see how hard that is. Yeah, unless I'm really having trouble getting a game to work or something, which did happen with Friday the 13th recently. And if you guys remember, I actually downloaded the game while we were streaming so I could play it. So, yeah. I do love the EverDrive, though. It's been very cool. Quaylen. I remember thinking this was the best movie ever when it came out. Was it? I don't know. What are we looking at there? What is that on the right? It looks like a coin someone dropped in the snow. What the fuck is that? Okay. The soundtrack, God. All right, so you can jump. You can. I don't know why they thought it was worthy of animating you turning left and right, but look at this. So unnecessary. In that background, Jesus. Ugh. So you can kind of run. Yeah, punch a dog. If you get enough momentum, how the hell do they do that? No, that's not it. It's like... Is it double? No, it's... Oh, fuck, man. There is a trick to this. What is it? Okay, it's not holding down jump. Is it holding down B? You have to get momentum. How do you do that? Fuck. Because look what happens. Oh, I actually made it. You can run. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to have to look up the controls for a second. Because there are specific controls. Game facts. Cliffhanger. You guys still use Game facts? I'm 44 years old. And I don't think I'll ever change my habits. Cliffhanger NES. I love that someone spent the time to make a guide for this. One of the fucking worst games that exists. And someone was like, you know, I should really... Oh, this is for the Game Boy. Let's hope it works. All right. To run, you press up and then left or right. Okay. What I also want to look up is how to hang on shit. That's an excellent. Okay. Jump up and grab the rope. All right, that is not as easy as it sounds, but it's saying you go up and then right. That is not doing anything. I swear to God, now I gotta look at the manual. I'm sorry to waste y'all's time here, but there is... You really need these things that I'm trying to find here. And I'm guessing there's a manual somewhere online. So let's see. Cliffhanger NES manual. This one, you guys can't see it. I don't really have a great way to share the screen with you, but someone wrote their own notes in here. It says their name. It says Scott Stenick. Cool. Game controls. Pause. Walk. Okay. Jump. A. Got it. Execute a flying leap. Press the A button to jump while you're running in either direction. How do you run? Okay. Press diagonally up and left or diagonally up and right to run left or right. What the fuck? That's up and right. Make sure I don't have any of the turbos turned on. Up and right. Like you jump the same. You really need that. You'll see there's going to be jumps that I cannot make without it. I don't know what that did. Something about the fire makes you burn money? I don't know. Maybe that gives you health back? I don't know what that is. Also, my fingers think that I'm still playing. Maybe I need this. Oh, that is it. Okay. Okay. I swear to God, this is what I want to know. I got the spiked boots, right? That's great. To climb or descend ladders, rope. Okay, press A button while standing underneath a rope to grab it. All right, let's try that. Oh my God, it's so much harder than it needs to be. I can't remember how you do this. It's not like you just grab it. All right, let's see if I can run. Yeah, see, now I can run. I can just run across that. So I needed those stupid boots, and now look at them run. That ruled. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, my fingers still think I'm playing Last Action Hero, so I keep jumping when I mean to punch and vice versa. Whoa. Okay, so if you run and jump, you have a lot of momentum. You're basically playing an ice level, which this is kind of an ice level, right? Okay. Maybe you don't run here. We're going to start over. Let's try this again. Yeah, this came out in 1993. If you're young, you might not know why that's important, but like, you know, at this point, it's fucking Chrono Trigger out. Like, we're close to that time. This game on the NES, when you had Bucky O'Hare like a year before this, this is a game that came out on the NES. And that's the weirdest thing about the final era of the NES. It's like, it's the best games that were made for it, graphically and like ambition wise. If they may not be the best games, but the best examples of what the NES was capable of. But there were also these that were like total chores, where the developer was just like, we just have to make something, just make the Game Boy game, and then like, I don't know, use the same graphics. Fuck. Do whatever you need to do, just like put the fucking game out, who cares? Yeah, exactly. This is one where they gave up entirely. It's been a while since I played this. I'd forgotten how bad it is. I mean, I hadn't forgotten. I knew it was bad, but it's just as bad as I remember. Is really. It's so much worse. Actually, I wouldn't say it's worse than Last Action Hero. Last Action Hero is really bad. That is pretty bad. Okay, so you get some health back by burning money, which must happen in the movie. I don't remember that. It's been 30 years? I don't know when this came out. A long time since I've seen this movie. Oh, wait, I did it. Oh, okay. You don't actually press anything, you just jump. I mean, you have to still land perfectly, but... Okay. Oh my god, I made it to the last... Wow! I'm like a god. Didn't think that was gonna be possible. It's like even though you have the ability to run, you really don't want to run. Because if you have to jump, you are screwed. Slow down there, Sonic. You're gonna break the speed barrier. Ugh! I don't know if there was any way to avoid getting hit by that bird. I put way too much faith in my ability to grab onto that. It did not work at all. Slow down, Cliffhanger. The sun is exploding again. Those are two Simpsons quotes combined for no reason. Oh, there we go. Let's see. This level is the boss. You actually know what happens in this game? I'm amazed. I didn't think anybody knew anything about this game. Although someone did comment on my video recently, I think saying that the Game Chasers who had played it recently, who I'm only kind of vaguely familiar with, but I looked it up and it was like an hour. That's all you had to tell me. So like, good for them that they could probably just like make a video of them doing what I'm doing now, but millions of people watch it. That sounds awesome. Just edit it together so it works. That's good for them. That sounds rad. Whee! Presuming you need to... Okay. There is no way to avoid the rocks, by the way. I don't know how you could possibly be mindful enough to avoid them. They come way too fast, and it's always when you're climbing a ladder. Even if you weren't climbing a ladder, I don't know how you could get out of the way. Nope. Ugh. That sucks. Yeah! Get that plane. Woof! Go, 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 go. Yeah! All right. I dodged a rock once? I did? No way. Okay, find the money. This is $100? Jesus. I assume Last Action Hero is also kind of... I mean, every game that came out in 1993 is kind of pricey. I mean, not as pricey as Flintstones Surprise at Dinosaur Peak or something, but pretty pricey, just because they're just rare. That's the easiest one to figure out why it's valuable. No one was really playing this game in 1993. Huh. Guess I didn't have to go this way? I guess I do. He just fell right off that cliff, didn't he? Whee! I didn't know I had to kill people. What is that? Listen. If I press down and A, it just makes it sound like I'm picking up money? Weird. Can I just walk away? No, gotta beat him. Gotta beat this Confederate soldier. Well, maybe he's Union. It's hard to tell. Cannot use the... I don't know. That's weird. You can't duck and punch, by the way. It looks like you can. I thought I could heal myself there. Maybe it's a different kind of fire? Whoa, what's that knife? Guess we're going down there to find out. That killed me? What? No, I didn't know I could die. I mean, obviously I knew I could die, but I didn't know I could die by falling. That's some bullshit. I thought he was a cliffhanger for real. This guy's an imposter. General Beauregard, I presume. Damn, that guy actually fucked me up. I don't know how you get down there. I guess I don't really need to, but I kind of want that knife. I really don't know how you would make that work. Stop shooting me. Yeah, all right, we're gonna give up on the knife. Oh, hey, I did it on accident. Now what? How do I make this jump? Oh, like that. This looks like it's too far, though. Whew. Whew. This is tense. Can I jump up here? Nope. Whee! I don't know how I managed to punch that bird, but I like it. Shit. There's no recovery time. That guy just hit me 6 times without any fight from me. Okay. Wait, don't I have this? Yeah! Hell yeah! Knife to the face, fool! Alright, that deserves a beer break. Half a step above Super Game Boy. Yeah, it's right up there. Yeah, this is 93 for sure. Speed run it. I feel like for me, yeah, I would have to choose something really random like this if I wanted to speed run it. Wait, what just happened? Did I just die? Oops. I think I might have just died. I'm losing health just by standing there. I didn't even realize. That's so funny. Well, it's a good thing that I decided to show you guys that. Because I didn't even know that was a mechanic of the game. And that makes sense. It's like you're cold, so you have to burn money. Oh, this guy's in my way. You have to burn money to get health back. I didn't even realize that was happening. That's so... Come on, get some speed, fool. There we go. Bird. I think I'm actually making this look a lot easier than it is. This game is quite hard. It is quite hard. The controls are complete dog shit. Complete dog shit. They make the Last Action Hero controls seem really advanced. It's so much harder than it needs to be to do simple things like running. Like, to get that to work consistently is so much harder than you think it would be. All I want to do, though, is make it to that one level. And you guys, if you know my channel, you know what level I'm talking about. Fuck, how the hell did I do this? You don't have enough speed there. You'd have to like be running. Oh, yeah, you get just enough speed. And you cannot avoid getting hit there. That's such bullshit. You can't avoid getting hit there at all. Oh boy, no, that's not enough speed. Whew! Oh, it's too much speed! Fuck! This is hard. Over the top, yeah. That would be a fun game. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to convey what makes the controls so bad. Sometimes you can just tell by watching someone where it's like, there's no way this guy, who's at least probably okay at games, and meant to like run off the cliff just then. Of course not. Like, it's just that the momentum and what you need to run are so inconsistent that it's like, it's so hard to get it to work the way you want it to. Oof. Tastes weird. Yep, I punched his foot. Punched it good. Ooh. Oh, I knifed him. I don't think I realized... I guess I knew that the knife was a one-time use, but I don't think I realized that I used it before on that guy. I didn't realize it. Hooray! All right, we're doing good. Oh, gotta fight somebody. Is it this guy? Or is it Captain Commando down there? Like, you can just do a regular jump and you can do a long jump, but you can't consistently do a long jump. Even if you really want to, it only happens if you get the timing of it perfectly. And then as you've seen, it sometimes gives you way too much momentum that you cannot control. Let's go up. That seems safer. Hope everybody's having a great week. Mine has been a little stressful. It's just been... Time management has been a really hard one this week. But other than that, it's great. Oh, good. The Gordon Douglas Memorial Shack is here. Hell yeah, this guy wants to fight. I mean, you can't do anything, right? You can't dodge. You can't duck. All you can do is punch, so there's no strategy here. Damn, he's just fucking Spartan kicking me. Oh my god, I can't believe I got him. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the blue fire does. I was asking, Dan Bauer. Thank you for telling me that it was good. And thank you, Tigmo55, for saying that. I'm trying very hard to maintain my... my personal commitment of of this channel, which is like right, seriously, once I'm done here, I've got to do not a lot, but at least some work. And it's like, usually that would be just the time where I'm like catching up on stuff or watching a video or something, or maybe I'm recording some audio for this channel, but like most of the time I don't really have to worry about it. I'm worried that I'm gonna have to dedicate more of this time to my second job just because of how my like time management has been. So that's a real bummer, because the only time I can dedicate to working on this is when everybody's asleep, basically. Damn, are those Jesse's titties off in the distance? You guys would have to pause it and look carefully, but I would swear that those were some very non-defined boobs that I was seeing in the distance, because they didn't figure out how to make her wear a shirt. Oh, are these more Gabe Douglas Memorial Shacks? I think that was the name, wasn't it? Money! Damn, that was a lot of money. $300,000. Let's heal up, fool. Damn, I burnt a lot of money. That is crazy. And also, what was the point of getting... I got a gun in that last stage and dynamite and shit? Can I switch between it? I don't know if you can. Just very calmly throwing that knife right at him. I think the secret is always to go up. Don't fuck around. Huh. Where's my gun? You can't... So the gun is gone. I had a gun, but I picked up a knife, and now the gun is gone. Completely gone. You know what's funny is this week I had 2 times where I was not thinking about it, and I brought a knife into a metal detector twice in 1 week. I went to City Hall and had what is my utility knife I carry with me all the time. It is my most commonly used... Oh, wait, this is it. Hold on. I'm going to finish the story before I have to fight this guy. My utility knife is my most commonly carried tool. It's always right here on my side, so I'm always reaching for it when I don't have it. And I went to City Hall and had to explain to the most disinterested and cold-faced security guards, police officers, why I had this knife, and had to leave it with them and get on the way out. Then I went to the hospital, not like serious, but I had to go to the hospital, and also had to like leave the knife because I just didn't think that there would be security guards like that. Thank you. It actually is quite hard. That's what I mean. I'm actually quite proud of myself. Wait, are you making Elusis? You're making the Dane Bulls joke? You can't do that. Is he not? Oh, there he is. I see his name in there. Hey, Dane. Hey, Elusis. Hey, everybody else I haven't said hi to. Thank you for being here. Hello, Javier Alejandro Prado Pelic. Thank you for being here. You guys rule. Yeah, at least I gave it back. I mean, it's like $3. So I kept offering. I was like, I will throw this away. Does anybody have a trash can? And they just looked at me like I was fucking crazy. They're like, why do you have this? It's like, I could just throw it away. I literally do not need this. It costs me nothing. These blades are probably dull. I need to like replace it anyway. So it's all good. Twice in 1 week. I've got a gift. Knife, bitch. Oh, he's got kicks. So if you've never seen this before, this is one of my favorite moments of video games ever. Let's hope that I can actually beat him. Holy shit, he really takes a lot of hits. Come on. You have to knock... Oh, this is it. Okay. This is it. It's very important to note, as you ride this dude's corpse, that you have to jump at the end. The very first time I played this, I did not jump. And I definitely died. So here we go. Damn it, it's too fast. I've watched that clip 1,000 times. Because I made like a short about it when I first started. I made a review of this. I've talked about it in that Game Boy games video. And like, I've watched it over and over and over again. to me it is so fucking funny, especially when you really watch it, because like his hair is waving as he's riding the corpse down the slope. I just love everything about that idea. It really is to me like one of the funniest things I've ever discovered in an NES game. Way beyond like the naked lady in Castle of Dragon or something like that. Although that actually is pretty funny. It's up there. It really is like one of the like crowning moments of my experience playing the NES. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please rewind and watch it several times. Top games where you ride on a corpse. One of one. Not enough doors in this one to include in that video. Anyway, back to Cliffhanger. I'd be surprised if I made it much further in this. It does get quite a bit harder after this. Punch dog. Hey. Like I said, it's been a while since I've watched this movie. Does it carefully follow the plot? I couldn't tell you. He didn't want to run that time. He still doesn't want to run. What the fuck? Run, dick. I think you have to run from the beginning because it's ice, maybe? There we go. That's so stupid. And you cannot avoid that one. I hate this game. And it's funny because, like, the difficulty is not based on taking little bits of damage. It's actually quite hard to die by getting hit by enemies. It's so much easier to accidentally fall to your death because the controls are so bad. Can I jump up that way? Let's see. No. I mean, maybe, but I don't know how to do that. Rock? Okay. Damn, not in the crevice, but Hal grabs a radio and warns Gabe about the bomb. Okay. Is the game hard by its platforming? Yeah, I've been kind of talking about it a little bit, Javier, but like it's the hardest thing about it is that you can run, but it takes a while to get going, and it's very inconsistent to get it to work. And so the only thing that's hard about it is the platforming. Oh, my gun works. Hope you're ready for some gun action. I'm getting punched in the back like a dick. Bye. But that's the only thing that's hard about it. Like, truly, the rest of the game is quite easy. Got a canned cocktail. You know, I was hanging out with my buddy Andy, and we went over to my friend David's house. I'm not trying to name drop. This is just how the story went. And my friend David is married to one of my wife's best friends, and he is a big, I'm going to call him a dork in the same way that I'm a dork, but he's really into gaming and would host a like yearly LAN party. Even, you know, they're like my age, and all of his friends would come and spend the weekend. I was like really impressed that he kept up with this and people like were so dedicated to it. But for some reason, he kind of switched over to retro gaming. He bought a bunch of like CRTs and a bunch of consoles and like EverDrives for everything. And so now he has that kind of party. So I invited my buddy Andy, who's been on this a few times and is one of my best friends. And he and I went to a liquor store before we went to this thing. And Andy doesn't drink beer. He's like gluten-free. So I was like, well, what do you usually drink or whatever? And we're just like looking around. They had canned White Russians. I couldn't tell you the brand. And I would have sworn that that was going to be the most disgusting thing I ever had. It was amazing. I will check back in to tell you guys what the brand of this is, but it was so fucking good. I actually think about it all the time, how I wish I could have that thing right now. More than any beer. It's so much better. And probably pure sugar and trash, but it was quite tasty. That's all I got. That's my alcohol report for the week. That same party is about to come up, so I will report back. He got, this is a funny story. David went to Japan with his wife, my friend Margaret, and she went to go buy whatever, and he went to buy video games, and he came back with something I thought was really fascinating, which was a like Japanese exclusive Xbox, which is already kind of weird. Oh, I thought I could jump on that. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Japanese exclusive Xbox. That was, why aren't I getting any speed? That was Dead or Alive themed. Like it came with Dead or Alive, but it didn't just come with the game Dead or Alive. The like fighting game. That is what it's called, right? It came with a fucking body pillow cover of one of the characters. That is the most amazing thing I have ever heard of. That's so stupid and awesome that someone would buy an Xbox just to get a body pillow of one of the characters from Dead or Alive. And now David has it. Seemingly his wife is okay with it. Anyway, I started blasting. Don't give me a gun. Oh, the dynamite. Oh, man, I'm about to fuck somebody up. You. Oh. I think I'd rather have the gun. That seems more effective than one shot with the dynamite. Yeah, let's get some health. Look at how much fucking money I have. I guess your money doesn't burn as well as the game goes on, because I have 14,000 left and it won't let me burn any of it. Oh, that's the first time I've died in a while from taking damage. Damn. The controls are definitely trash and hard. That is true. Barricade 2? Yeah, didn't they make a sequel to Euphoria? I forgot about that. What was that for? Was it for Steam or something? Like, how do you play Euphoria 2? That's something I've, you know, there's like some issues with playing PAL games is what I found on the AVS, which is what I'm playing. They work, but not at the right speed, which was not really how I was playing them anyway. But, like I played Euphoria on my top loader, and it definitely was at the wrong speed, but I didn't really care. But I realized now that I have this amazing EverDrive from Ari Car that I can play the a corrected version of it, so it'll play at the correct speed. So I probably will stream Euphoria at some point, even though it's kind of a longer game. It's not something I could beat in one session, and I kind of steer away from doing multiple sessions of games on this channel, at least on a stream. But Euphoria is one of the best games for the NES. If you never played it, it is one of the best. One of the best games ever made. I would say in the top 20. So it definitely deserves some love. Damn, you can't heal at all at 7,000. It really is. It's tough to get the jeez. Yeah, it's tough to get the run to come out when you want to. Super Spy Hunter. It's Super Spy Hunter I tried to do a review of. I found it so hard that I couldn't get past the first level, even when I was cheating. It's really difficult, and I have kind of steered away from playing shoot 'em ups, which is really what that game is. It is like it presents as like a racing game, but it really is like a shoot 'em up, and it's very hard. It's incredibly hard. I would describe it as one of those games that is way harder than people realize. Like the collective understanding of what games are really difficult for the NES is so limited. It really is just like Ninja Gaiden Battletoads, Castlevania, you know, like there's so many harder games than Ghosts and Goblins. So many harder games. I'm gonna try and just avoid motherfuckers here. Except with my gun. Unless they get in gun range. I think that's the real trick, is I gotta save my gun. Yeah, hell yeah, there we go. Oh boy, this part is really tough. Shit. Now what? There's no way out of that. What was I supposed to do there? Huh! I know there's nothing to do there. You can't reach either of those platforms. I don't know what that was. Maybe shit falls down and helps you. I don't know. That's a good question. I think we're just going to play it from the beginning because I've only been playing it for about 30 minutes. So I hope you guys are enjoying some Cliffhanger. It's so ridiculous. Maybe I'll get a chance to show you the snowboarding corpse again. Oh. Yeah, handling techniques on display. I wouldn't call it a lot of discipline on display, that's for sure. Columbo. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. People talk about Gilligan's Island like everyone watched it, and I do think a lot more people watched it than I realized. But like, I was only vaguely aware of the Three Stooges. I don't know if I'd ever actually seen it. I'd certainly never. I only saw Rocky Bullwinkle because my mom watched it as a kid. I'm thinking of like really random games. Little Nemo. That's such a random. It's like a made-for-TV movie. Was it even that? Was it just straight to video? It's a fucking crazy movie if you've never seen it. But like, it's. Oh, I don't have the shoes yet. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I see. As the levels go on, you need more money. There you go. Makes no sense. How did I die there? Contemplating a tattoo. Hell yeah. When I was a gallery person, I don't know if there's a name for that. Gallerist is what they would call it, but I always thought that was a weird term. When I had an art gallery, there was a couple that lived down the street, and they were really interesting. I'm going to reset this because I'm sucking. The guy was English, and the lady was from South Africa, and she worked for the CDC, and I can't remember what he did, but they were single and very wealthy, and very into like art. So they were like, I don't know where they moved from, San Francisco or something. They moved to Atlanta, and they lived right next to where my art gallery was, and they bought a lot of art from us. And so they would often invite myself and my business partner over to like hang out and try all their like 1,000 different kinds of liquor. We would always end up getting shit-faced and like just a step away from the weirdest foursome of all time. That thankfully never happened. And but goddamn, aside from all the cool stuff they had, because they had lots of cool shit, they were like, just, you know, they didn't have kids, they had all the cool shit you can think of. Not like video games or stuff, but like as far as like art and stuff, yeah, it was very cool. They had like, you know, rare pieces from people I had heard of from different parts of the country, you know. But they had, I'm just not going to continue here, hold on. They had a full newspaper size Lil Nemo book, so this big, And I remember looking through it, and I knew it was like pretty cool stuff, but I hadn't really looked at it, and I was just like blown away by Winsor McKay, who's the creator and artist behind Little Nemo. How impressive that is. If you've never seen it, it will blow your mind. We're talking about like 20s and 30s, like how intensely drawn and like creative and psyched out all the stuff for Little Nemo is. It's so fucking nuts. It's so cool. So if you can find that, definitely get it. I did end up getting a copy of it. Big ol' words, Knights. Yeah. This one? Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely one of the dumbest ones. Anyway. Wish I had more stories from the gallery at times. They were like... My bar stories are way crazier because they're like... you know, there's a lot more alcohol involved, so like... And a lot more randos, so there would often be, you know, fights and stuff. Within the very first week, our sink got broken by, you know, people trying to have sex on it. Like, I watched a guy getting a hand job, like, right in front of me while I was working. I had to, like, we were just tossing ice at him. All kinds of crazy stuff happened there. A lot of it very bad. But the gallery was much different. It was very much like showing art and talking to people. There wasn't really a lot of craziness per se. Not a lot of like wild stories. I mean, probably if I really thought about it, but not as many come to mind. Whee! Oh! Jump. Jump. There you go. I couldn't tell you why that works or doesn't. There's no rhyme or reason that I could tell. Okay. What location was the venue? What kind of art? So I ran a gallery called Beep Beep Gallery. You could probably still find articles about it. With my buddy Mark, and we showed almost entirely local artists. That was like our thing, and like they would probably be in a vein that would make sense for someone who has a Nintendo channel. It wasn't like kind of nerd art per se, but like a lot of it was maybe more illustrative, more like representational than it would be like abstract art. But we did show some weird stuff for sure. Our most famous show was we had this very small space. It was like 400 square feet. And we took the window out and moved a Pontiac Fiero into the gallery that took up almost the entire space in there. So yeah, that I don't know if you can find pictures of that online, but it was pretty nuts. And then we did do a lot of music shows. Pretty much any local band that was like kind of going at the time, I was trying to invite to do shows there. And they did, like, other people would book stuff like I don't know, like readings. There was like a kind of avant-garde reading group that would show there called Solar Anus. And then they did like a improv thing that was like two people would be randomly kind of matched up and they could play. I saw one where it was like a woman who played a flute and a guy who was playing an electric guitar. You could not hear the flute. So like often it was complete chaos. Like it did not work. And sometimes it was like really rad. Sometimes it just like was a really great sync up of interesting people. So it was like a bunch of stuff we did there. And that kind of led to us opening a bar. One of the artists we worked with had a bar in New York and offered to come show my buddy and I how to do it. And then opened a bar and did that until COVID. And then had some kids. Now I do residential construction and make videos for you guys and hang out with my kids. That's James's half-life story right there. That's half the things that have happened in my life. Half the time period of things that have happened in my life. And that whole time I was collecting games, but it wasn't like when we were doing the gallery, I was working at like a coffee shop and then this arts magazine, and neither of them paid very well. So I was mostly buying like $5 or $10 games once a week or something, you know. It was very frugal, but that's how I got like, you know, Star Tropics or Final Fantasy or something like that. Like kind of games I'd heard of or seen on lists, but hadn't never played. But it wasn't until I opened the bar that I started buying stuff like this, Bubble Bobble 2, or, you know, the rarer games out there, where I had more discretionary income. Why does that jump so hard? That I could spend on video games, because that's all collecting is. It's like the era of being frugal and getting games is dead. You could probably get Mario 3 and some other stuff for very little money, but if you want to get the Kickmasters of the library out there, you got to spend money, and that's all it takes. You just have to have money. It takes no skill. There is no skill left. There are no approaches to get those games cheaper. You just have to spend money. And thankfully, I don't have to do that anymore. I'm going to take a break for a second. Truly a busy man. Yeah, I don't know about that. I've tried to live a very varied life. I think I just didn't really know what I was doing ever. I had no clue. And so when I graduated from high school, I went to college, and when I went to college, I didn't know what I was doing. So I studied religion and English, and I got my degrees, and then I was like, all right, now what the hell am I doing? Moved back to Atlanta, and none of my friends were really here. So I ended up kind of hanging out more with the people I worked with, which was at like just a coffee shop. And a lot of them were artists and musicians, and kind of just like got involved with that scene, which was not far off for me and like my general interests. But then that kind of led to all kinds of stuff. I don't think I would have ever told you I had a plan, ever. But it did lead to everything in my life other than this. This is a side effect of me having a website where I was talking about games. And it wasn't until I got involved with my wife that she was like, you should be making YouTube videos instead. And she was right. I should have just done it, 10 years ago when I first started working on my website. I was just, for some reason, really hesitant about doing YouTube. Like, I just felt like, I don't know, somehow like a phony. And it took like some, I think, courage. I'm not trying to suck my own dick, but like courage on my own part to like get over myself and just say, like, just do it. And I'm not saying that like I've been some huge success. I mean it more like it was definitely my ego that was saying don't do this, and it was also my ego that was saying do this. And I had to kind of reconcile with myself to just be like, this is the correct medium for talking about video games. Video is the correct medium. Written words is not a great way to explain a visual medium. It's hard enough when you're writing reviews of art shows and there's very little to look at. So like explaining how a game works in words with very little context is not a great descriptor. It's not a great way to interpret the medium. And I beat him. Ego off, soul on. Fuck yeah. Sounds like a Marvel War of the Gems. Getting over yourself is no easy feat. I mean, I don't know if any of us ever do. I will say that at a certain point, I definitely got out of my own way. All the things I think I was kind of hung up on. There's always things you're hung up on. I'm not saying I'm like some fucking guru or something, but like a lot of the things that I think were kind of holding me back disappeared with age and experience and just, I don't know, just living a little more. I definitely kind of got out of my own head and stopped being so concerned about, I don't know, self-image or something, and was just more focused on like self-expression. If that makes sense. Do you imagine Stallone playing this game? I absolutely do not imagine he has ever touched this. I would imagine if they showed a game to him, they showed him the Super Nintendo version where it's like a beat 'em up. There's no way he was like playing this and was like, cool, yeah, that looks like me. This is really, I mean, I don't know. Stallone is old, so he might have been impressed by it no matter what, but I'm not as big of a Stallone fan as I am an Arnold fan, but I am a massive Rocky fan. Every single one of them, including Rocky V, Rocky Balboa, the Creed movies, although I never finished the third Creed movie. I found it kind of boring. But the one that Michael B. Jordan directed. Sorry! Enjoy your Oscar! That to me is a perfect... Any of those is a perfect movie. Rocky, any Rocky, I will gladly watch the entire thing and not think for a second about it. I'll be so pumped. Even Rocky Balboa is actually really good if you've never seen it. That's where he kind of comes out of retirement to box. It's actually really good. That's Rocky, I think it was Rocky 7? Adrian's Revenge? I can't remember which one is the joke, Matt, from The Simpsons. I think it's Rocky 2 plus Rocky 5 equals Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge. Oops. Shit, I'm overthinking this. Damn, way overthinking this. Just get in there, punch this fool. There you go. Ride that corpse! Yes! Success. Rocky First Blood, yeah. I liked Creed 1 and 2. I mean, it's not something you got to think very hard about, right? You don't have to, like... Whoops. Okay. You don't have to, like, appreciate it as great cinema or something. It just has to hit the tropes that Rocky does, which is, like... someone who has to, like, overcome some obstacle and persevere. That's it. That's every sports movie... Even the ones where they don't win, like Rocky 1, are captivating because it's just about like the indomitable spirit. I personally could watch any sports movie all the time, even the bad ones. I love sports movies. They're like they hit such the like highs and lows of cinema in like very cliched ways, but it usually works. Even like Mighty Ducks or something, like I will get super pumped out and probably cry for no great reason. Yeah. Rocky Tokyo Drift. Yeah, I actually didn't even like Any Given Sunday. It was I found it kind of boring, but even that I still was pretty into. Punch in the back, punch in the back, punch in the stomach, punch in the back. Maybe you should try fighting back. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really hung on any cliffs yet, huh? Yeah, I liked Goon and Goon 2. Surprisingly. It doesn't take much. But yeah, I liked both of those. I think that's the trick in this level. Just avoid everybody. And definitely don't get the dynamite or the knife. Just blast. Blast them up. Oh, definitely don't jump straight into that hole. Squee! Okay. Nothing? No! Too much running. I was trying to get slick. And just, like, not fight anybody, you know? But, unfortunately, the platforming failed me. No, that's... I just can't stop myself. It's like playing Mario Brothers, but not running the entire time. That's all you want to do. And the game is... That game, Mario Brothers or Mario 3, are designed for you to run the whole time. If you're really good, you can do it without taking damage, but if you're just okay, it'll work out most of the time. Jesus Christ. Whee! Did Stallone make any sports movies other than Rocky? Does Death Race 2000 count? Why am I doing that? It just seems like you need to run there. You don't need to run there. I'm never going to get back to that level if I keep fucking up like this. It's just so hard because you're running to get over those platforms and then it wants you to slow down, but you have no way of knowing that. Also, who the hell makes you run by holding up and right? That's so stupid. All right. Something has to happen. Oh, wait. Hold on. Climbing gloves. The climbing gloves let Gabe ascend the frozen waterfall. I'm reading the manual since you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Okay, so that makes sense. How do you do that? All right. Punch, kick, crouch, jump, run. Climb. Position Gabe in front of the ladder and press up. You can press A to jump off the... This is for a ladder. Rope climb. Gun. Campfire. We're almost at the end of the game, guys. I think this might be the last level. I don't know. All it says is the climbing gloves let Gabe ascend the frozen waterfall. That's it. So, cool. I don't know. Anyone got any ideas here? Like, it's got to be somewhere right here. Either that or you have to die. I mean, I should have it now. I'm gonna wait a second. Maybe you guys know the answer. Burn the money. Thank you, Matt. That's not what I need. I need to know how I climb this waterfall with this item somehow. Did you like Marty Supreme? I haven't seen it. I know it's only one of the Safdie brothers, but I've seen two of their films, and I liked one of them. I thought Uncut Gems was an excruciating experience, but I really like Good Times. I thought that was really, really cool. I really liked that movie, but I did not like Uncut Gems. The item does not look the same. Yeah. I really don't know. Let's just give it a shot. I mean, it has to be so... Whoops. Like, there's no way you're jumping to there, so it has to be something where you're jumping straight up. But I cannot, for the life of me, pressing... Whoa, whoa. You just press up. You don't jump. Holy shit. That's almost enough for me to start this game over. Not really, but I kind of want to know how this ends. I've never made it this far. Now what? Well, if I jump, I'm gonna fall to my death, so... Oh, you can just walk across. Wow, dude. Wow. It doesn't tell you how to fucking do that. You just press up. Uh-huh. Can't believe this is still going. Jump forward. Oh my god. Jump. Oh god. Burn that money. I don't know why it's so hard to jump forward there. Oh shit, what the hell is this? No way you can shoot it, right? It's way too high. You can't jump and shoot anyway. What is this? There's no way you get high enough. I hate boss battles like this where you're like, am I doing something? Am I just avoiding taking shots for a few minutes? Is that the point of this boss battle? Is this like Parodius where I just have to walk back and forth? I have no idea. Could shoot straight forward. I have no idea. That's a great place to die and never play this game again. Aim up? No. Damn it. Hold on. Here's the description of the gun. Gabe can shoot his enemies using the gun. Each gun has a total of 6 shots. If Gabe already has a gun and picks up another, he gets the total number of shot from both guns. That would be the place to describe how to use the thing that you are providing. You can shoot it in several directions. I would not have guessed that I needed to do that there. So, cool. What a fun-ass game. Oh, you can see the snake, sort of. If you look right here. Sort of. Maybe the mic's in the way. I feel like I've been streaming with the snake in the background. He hasn't really appeared, but he's actually right here. Kind of hanging out. Doing his thing. That's all I got for this week. You guys got any questions? For some reason, I feel like I should answer questions at the end of streams now. I don't know why. Or if I really have answers that are worthy of questions. I don't fucking know, dude. Check out the Discord. Hopefully my man Elusis. Oh, he posted a link. Come and hang out. Shoot the shit. Talk about it. For instance, this week, I polled the Discord folks to give me some feedback on the thumbnail for this episode about Wrath of the Black Manta, but ended up just posting both of them and kind of trying that to see what would happen. I found that if you test both thumbnails, it doesn't matter. They just show them to 50% of each. If you show 3, it shows them 33% of the time to different people. There's nothing I can ever think of. Would I ever run a bargain? Probably not. It's pretty hard. It's I had a lot less to lose back then than I do now. So, and drinking has always been a tough thing for me. And since the bar has closed, especially since I've had kids, it has helped to curb some of my harder things. So I'm not unhappy to have that out of my life. Where do babies come from? I don't know. I fell asleep and they just showed up one day. Where do I get the ideas for videos? It's usually when I'm driving around, I'll think of something really funny or weird. I try not to do too many conventional videos, if that makes sense, like hardest games or something. I try to think of something more interesting to me, at least, because I just feel like somewhere out there, someone's kind of broached that subject, or multiple people have broached that subject. For instance, with hardest games, I've been thinking about doing a video about hardest games that people don't talk about, because there are so many difficult games that people don't realize, including even something like Adventure Island is so much harder than people think it is. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. When A does a new wig, does the old one get donated? I actually did used to donate my hair. I would grow it until it got to be about here-ish. Then I would shave it and donate it. And that was all I did as far as having hair for like 10 years. It was either shaved or it was growing to be long enough again. Is God real or has he abandoned us? I don't know. I've never known the answer to that question. Sorry. What lies in the deepest recesses of the hearts of the world's greatest villains? Insecurity. That's all it is. And the greatest villains are billionaires, and their great insecurity is not being good enough. Because I think pretty much everyone in this chat, if they suddenly had $1 billion, would not care about making $1 billion more. It's only about the insecurity of being famous enough or important enough or influential enough. And when they die, they will ultimately mean very little, even though they think the Peter Thiels of the world think that they will have some kind of lasting impact. No one's going to give a shit. You're just going to be another anonymous fucking loser that we all regret incorporating into our lives. Thoughts about free will being an illusion? I don't personally believe in free will or fate. I believe it's the same thing. So I don't really know if there is a cool answer to that. Am I going to be at any events? I've been threatening to ask. There's a local convention called Southern Fried Gaming Expo. I've been threatening to ask them if I could do something, but I haven't really gotten around to it. So maybe I don't think I'm really. I've talked about this a lot. I don't think I'm really a good fit for conventions. I think they're really either someone who's pretty big or someone who is like about my level but is really into collecting games or selling games. That seems to be the kind of people who are at conventions. I just don't think I quite fit in with that yet. Possibility of more kids. I hope not. I love my kids. They're amazing, but like I can barely keep my life together financially and structurally with the two kids that I have. So um yeah. Feel free to join my Patreon and give me a bunch of money. So give me thousands of dollars and I'll consider having another child. But until that time, probably not. What was the first video game? Super Mario Brothers. I probably played an Atari game or something before that, but I remember going over to my friend Will's house in like 1985. It was probably 86. I was probably 4. And playing Super Mario Brothers and being that kid who held the controller and jumped like this every time I moved and just being in awe of it. And there was like 20 people watching. It was like a huge crowd of us all watching. Hey, bro, see you a bit. Oh, okay. Yeah. Take it easy. Believe in Jesus, they hadn't been. I mean, more power to you. I don't think anything. So believe or don't. I don't judge you or besmirch anyone or anything. I was a religion major. So like, you know, I'm down for it all. It's just not for me. No one, I'm just kidding. No one needs to donate money. I really don't. It's really all good. So thank you. Do you have a favorite SNES game? Um, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't have any nostalgia for a Super Nintendo game, so it's harder for me to kind of have that connection to it that I would with like Zelda 2. I don't have a Zelda 2 for for the Super Nintendo. I really like Chrono Trigger and I really like Soul Blazer. I've been threatening to stream that. I really like the way that that game is designed. ActRaiser too, but I really like the way Soul Blazer works, which is like it's like Zelda. You like go in dungeons and destroy enemy like spawning points, and when you do that, it creates something in back in the town where you started, and you go back and talk to that person, and they can either give you something or give you a new objective. It's a really cool mechanic. I really enjoy that game a lot. Oh, this is a very great. I love doing this. It always relieves stress. How many tattoos do I have? I have one on each arm, and I have the 2 Simpsons tattoos. There's like the Devil Flanders and the can't really see that. The Troy McClure is God. And then I have this tattoo on my leg, which you can't really see. I don't think I could even pull up my jeans enough to show you. So I have 5. Dream arcade cabinet. I don't think I would ever get an arcade cabinet. Even one that was like a multi thing. I don't have the space for it, and I don't think I would really give it the time, unfortunately. Much as I love arcades, I don't think I would ever really do it. That's all I got. You've been threatening to play something you enjoy playing. I think I've actually played pretty much every game I enjoy playing. Like if I were like, what game do I enjoy playing? DuckTales, Zelda 2, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Super Mario Brothers 3, Castlevania 3, those and Mega Man 2. Those are like my wheelhouse. Those are like some of the games I enjoyed as a kid, some of them I've really enjoyed as an adult. And all of them I've streamed Castlevania a couple times. So like I'm not really in like a big hurry to do more of that, but I try to play a different game every week if I can, other than Zelda 2. I'm afraid of Bionic Commando for some reason. I don't know why. Have you streamed DuckTales 2? Yeah, I streamed 2 and 1 at the same time. They're both pretty quick to beat. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna get to it. I need to do some work for about 30 minutes and I get to go to sleep. So yeah, you guys rule. Thank you for being here. That's all I got. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/biggerwords. See where I'm making stuff. I need to send this train out to Jeff. There it is. That was part of the deal, is I'm gonna mail it to him. But I'm working on new signs. I don't know this. I doubt this person's watching, but this is the most recent sign I made. Little Wizards and Warriors 3, if anyone is familiar, which I was super psyched because I love that game. But yeah, I make stuff like that over there. And I don't know when I'll have another video. I'm very busy right now, but I'll be working on something soon. You guys rule. Thank you for being here. And until next time, bye.